Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Gothic 2. This time with a bit of a different mic settings because I wanted to experiment. Last time, we finally finished our citizenship acquiral, in Corinnes, which is the name of the city out here, which I don't think I ever mentioned. Well, the NPC certainly mentioned it if I didn't, so hey. And now that that is done, you can start traveling further out. Ooh, berries. You also got a swanky new sword. Awesome. And we gained, what's it called? Got something else that I forgot. Armor? Leather armor? Yeah, that. More strength too. So, to really continue on, I have to go in this direction, which I'm not going to do quite yet. We could at this point join the militia, because we're a citizen, and go to become, what's it called? A paladin. That is the path for that. But there are two other factions in the game, the mercenaries and the magicians. And I happen to want to join one of these two, which isn't, mercenary paladins, which is why I'm not doing that. But first, I actually want to go all the way up here, as there is some good loot at this point to be gotten here. Well, first and foremost, chicken. Scavengers. I think those were the first enemies in the first game. Maybe it was a mole rat. I actually think it was a mole rat.
Nothing to be had there.
These guys are great. Easy to kill with good XP. There's also some guys there, specifically bandits. Pretty strong bandits. Which means I am not going to, be fighting them yet. There's a quest in town that I never picked up, related to these bandits, from the lighthouse keeper, which I will eventually want to do, but currently, I don't think so. No, thanks. Anyway, let's just kill these guys. You can also continue down this path here. This path, which will eventually lead you to a crossroad towards either, a farm, small farm, or towards a lot of ruins with a lot of skeletons. Dangerous skeletons. But also, I think, a ring of mana, if you actually do fight them. And you can beat them at this point due to a special item all the way on that mountain, which I will mention in a moment here. But you know what, let me just kill all of these so I don't have to show this on screen. Bees and dudes dead. This also gets us something quite useful, which is a crossbow. Crossbows tend to be more powerful than bows at this point. But I'm not sure if it's in this or Night the Raven. While they have a minimum dex requirement, I believe they scale off of your strength, which generally means they aren't that good, as you don't want to level 2 stats. Also, hello dude.
Did you run away too?
What makes you think that?
Why would you come here all alone? There's nothing here.
I only wanted to have a look around.
Okay, be my guest. Would you like a piece of meat?
Sure.
Yes, gladly.
Here, the finest leg of mole rat, according to my own recipe.
Ooh, fried meat.
So why are you here?
I can get a bit of peace up here. I always feel so restricted in the city.
Don't you have to work?
Everything I need I can get for myself. I cut the arrows, and nature provides the meat.
So you're a hunter?
Yes, if you want to call it that. But I only hunt what I need for myself, not to earn money.
Fair enough.
In that case, I'm sure you can teach me something.
Why not? I could show you how to handle a bow.
So, you can learn both skill here, but I'm not interested, so I'm not going to. Also, 2 more guys, and rusty axe. Excellent. Let me just quickly murder these. Well, that was very quick. We critted both of them, so that went great. There's nothing really interesting on this side where they were, except, XP. Speaking of, pretty sure we're somewhat close to level up. Yep. But what I'm really looking forward to right here is what's, well, all the way at the top here. Come on, come on. There should be a lot of plants here. More importantly, there should be a skeletal dude here. There it is. Skeleton and a bunch of scrolls. And a ring. It's the first magic ring we got in this game. All the way down here. A ring of maximum mana. We now have 10 more max mana. Which will not ever matter for us because we are definitely not going to be mages. I can tell you what. We certainly will not. Nuh-uh. Alright, did you know I really love mages in Gothic 2? For absolutely no reason in particular. And we have said already I would only go to max 30 strength. And that I would not go for bowmanship. Man, that would be really weird if I did all of that and then didn't go mage, right? Right. Also, by the way, awesome view from here. FOV is kinda not doing it justice, but let me see. Visual settings, no. Video settings. What's the furthest draw distance? 300, and it's already there. Well, it still looks decent. Anyway, we got that, and more importantly, we got 2 destroy undead scrolls. These are the best weapons against some of the best late game enemies. You'll know who if you know. That being said, I'm done with this section up here, so I'll meet you down at the crossroads. Alright, we're back here. Just a note. Remember how there was a guard here, named Guard, that died due to the orc that we lured here? That's gonna be somewhat important in a moment here. Because there is an upcoming quest, which he would have really been helpful, which we're going to have to solve ourselves. Mainly because you would have been able to just go to that guy and he would have followed you and helped you deal with the issue of the quest. But since we, well, made sure he's unliving, we kind of have to go do it ourselves. Isn't a big deal. We have alternative ways to finish that. For blood-wise, I kind of prefer bows because they tend to be annoying to deal with. But even at this really close range, these guys will still sometimes dodge your arrows. Which is why it's nice to have some extra bow skill. And why bowmanship can really be good. But again, not that interested. Pew. Pew. Come on. If I do the third game, I might consider doing a bow run there. Because I don't think I've ever really done a bow run. Mainly because the second game and the first game when I first played, really made me dislike bows because of how terribly inaccurate they were. But that's before I realized, what accuracy does for bows. Alright, let's go down here. Now that we're on even ground, goblins should be easy to handle. And yeah, I hate fighting goblins. These fuckers dodge so much. Makes them really good allies, because there is a summon goblin skeleton spell. Which is surprisingly one of the best spells in the game. Like, you can solo most bosses in the game with an army of goblin skeletons. It's a bit sad for those bosses, but oh well. Now there's 2 paths there, one leading down, one leading over here. We're gonna go this path just for a short bit to show off 2 things. First, the quest I was thinking of.
I couldn't get away with that.
Hey, you!
Is there a problem?
No, everything's fine. It would be better if you left now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, everything's fine. I can't talk to you now.
Well, so everything is not fine.
Whatever it is that brought you here, you had better forget it and hit the road.
Well, well, well.
Have to listen.
Acker's farm is threatened by mercenaries, so if you're a militia dude, you actually eventually get a quest to help these. If you're a mercenary dude, get a mission to convince Akil. If you're neither, like me, well, there's no real reason to do anything here, other than to gain extra XP.
Just you wait, you son bitch!
Gonna rip you to pieces.
Thankfully, as soon as you start the fight here, the rest of the farmers start helping you. And with superior numbers, it's not a big deal to beat these guys. It would be nice if I could get the XP for beating this guy. Didn't. Well,
Thank Innos. I thought my time had run out. My name is Akil.
Hero.
I've farmed this humble
I
piece
think
of
I
land.
better take
Who
this
were
weapon.
those people?
Those were mercenaries from Onar's farm. Those bastards don't know anything but plunder and murder. I'd been fearing the worst. Well, thank Innos it didn't come to that. Tell me, what can I do for you?
you can ask for a few gold pieces, or nothing. I believe nothing gets us extra money, gold pieces get us extra XP, nothing gets us nothing. Gold gets us gold, nothing gets us extra XP.
Nothing. Just as long as you got through this all right.
You're an exceptional fella. May Innos guard you on your way.
I've gotta go.
So long.
Money's plentiful in this game, so that's why I took the XP over everything else. And sadly, since I didn't beat this guy, that guy ended up stealing his weapon, which sucks for me. But I do have a better weapon by now. No, I don't have anything that's 30. Oh well. A hearing. Herring. Well, that's that solved. Oh, is there actually something else here? But I saw something. There isn't really anything else interesting in this farm. Later on, there is something, but not currently. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going here, because there are a few goblins to kill here as well. And then I'll return to the path below, for no reason in particular. But this is a lot of goblins, and trust me, they can screw you up. I'm doing bow because I need to kill these guys quickly. If multiples of them surround you and start hitting you, they can easily stun off you.
There.
So I wanted to make sure I take some of them out before that happens.
Nothing there.
Goblins are annoying like that. Anyway, as you can hear down here, there are enemies below us, but they're too far away to actually attack us. Anyway, meet you down at, well, the path we just went up here. And man, I've already run out of cooked meat, which isn't great. I mean, I can get more. We got more meat, 4 more cooked meat. But yeah, that's a really good healing option this early, so sad that we're already out. I mean, we have other healing options like healing herbs and even 10 potions at this point. But you know, still sucks. Down here, we have, well, a bunch of more rats. Dangerous little buggers. Well, not really. They can combo you. They have a real quick attack. So if you get surrounded by a bunch of them, it can be a bit of an issue. But they aren't the smartest enemy around. And again, these guys still did a surprising amount of damage here to me.
Nothing there.
Mainly because they're in awkward
to be had
positions. There's also a ton of arrows here. There should be like another mole rat back there. Let me just quickly eat bug meat. Now let's eat cheese. Deal with these guys up here. Hope for a crit. What's a crit? That's a crit. And get this. Sadly, we cannot open this.
Get this open without
We need
the
a
right
key. And I believe you only get that key on a mage quest later in the game. So that's not happening right now. And now I'm gonna just pick up all the stuff here. Just mostly random crap, so I'll just skip over that. Anyway, that's everything here, more or less. One thing to mention is there's a pan here. So you could have finished, I think it was Cyclops? No. The first farm's wife's quest here. There's also, what is it? Wolf's Tooth. Which is probably the best weapon you can have if you're still on 10 strength. So that's nice as well if you're interested. So, a little bit further up, we will have one last regal location. Is right here. Also, monastery there. You know what? Before we go to this tavern, let's go to this monastery. Need to kill chicken. Listen, killing scavengers, I know. Something about that's just in my blood. I do feel like maybe the combat audio is a bit loud. Maybe it's just the scavengers, but they make loud noises. Let's just drop that a tiny bit. Oh, let's not mess with that one over there yet. Oh, hey, rat. Please go away. More meat, and still no location to cook the meat at. For some reason, those are surprisingly rare in this installment. Seriously, I can think of maybe a dozen locations for cooking meat. And most of them are at the, what's it called? Port of Corinnes. At the beaches of the port. In those huts. Where like the lizard was and stuff. More rats. Back up a bit so I can only pull one. And deal with them. Oh, come on, stop dodging like that.
There.
Easy enough to take care of you. And let's go. Now, I think there's still a wolf somewhere here. By the way, if you want to become a mage, this is what you want to do. Killing all the enemies here. You'll see why.
You.
Additionally, you know that...
be with you. What can I do for you, Wanderer?
You know that quest all the way back in the city? Where one dude wants to be blessed by an Adonis and Innos Priest? And how the Innos Priest wanted money? Well, this is where you can go to get that for free.
Where will this path take me?
The path leads to the monastery of the Magicians of Fire. However, access is permitted only to the servants of Innos. If you want to be accepted, 1,000 gold pieces.
That's expensive.
What are you doing here?
I am a magician of fire, a priest of our god, Innos. This shrine is consecrated to him, the highest god, the creator of the fire and lord of justice. People come to me in order to pray to Innos and be blessed. And for a small donation, you can get many useful things from me.
Hint, hint, here's a shop.
Show me your...
He has some potions and some good scrolls. Mainly fire arrows are quite good and honestly cheap. There's other useful stuff here as well. I'm honestly just going to offload all these extra weapons I have to him right now. And if he had arrows, if he had arrows to sell, I would totally buy them here. I might even consider... Yeah, let's sell the silver rings too. Yep, that will do.
May Innos...
Buying those fire arrow spells might also have been good, because they will definitely come in handy for a few things coming up. As a matter of fact, I can already think of one important thing that can make a lot of money by using a few fire arrow spell scrolls. I'll show that in a moment, but I can do it without the spell scrolls, so you know. Greedy people be greedy and stuff. And I think somewhere here there's a wolf. Yep, right there. 2 wolves. But it was only 1. That might be an issue. Yeah, let's just disengage for a moment. I thought it was 1, which would be quite easy to deal with. But if it's 2, yeah, we might just die. Thankfully, enemies do not chase you forever. There we go. They do eventually stop. So we can, actually back off. And then I'm just gonna eat a little bit of HP restoratives, like this healing root. And this healing up. And go and murder this guy. Revenge is sweet. Anyway, that's pretty much everything on this pathway in terms of XP. But there is one last thing we can do here, which is, well... Oh man, the wolf disappeared. I wanted his pelt. Just to actually go to the end of the path here and see the monastery. But I don't see any monastery. Where is this place? Oh... Kind of cool that it's like on an isolated island, only connected by a bridge in the middle of the lake. Kind of gives you how should I say it? A monk feeling? Which I guess they are monks, so fair enough. And going over here we have...
Welcome to the monastery of Innos, stranger. I am Brother Pedro, a humble servant of Innos and the warder of the gate to the holy monastery. What is it you require?
Well...
I want to enter the monastery.
Only the servants of Innos are allowed to enter the monastery. If you want to pray to Innos, go find one of the roadside shrines. You will find the tranquility to pray there.
No.
What do I have to do to be accepted in the monastery?
If you want to be accepted into the Brotherhood of Innos, you must learn and obey the rules of the monastery. Besides that, we require an offering to Innos from every new novice, a sheep and 1,000 gold pieces.
Now that's a whole lot of gold.
It is a sign that you are beginning a new life as a servant of Innos. When you are accepted, you will be forgiven all your previous transgressions. And consider, you cannot take back the decision to become a servant of Innos.
True.
What are the rules you live by?
Innos is the god of truth and justice, and thus we may never lie or commit a crime. Should you transgress against a brother of the community or steal our property, you will pay a penalty for it. Innos is also the god of law and fire. As a novice, you must show obedience and respect to all magicians of fire.
I see.
Furthermore, it is the duty of a novice to carry out all the work in the monastery for the good of the community. If you are prepared to follow these rules and have the offering to Innos, we are willing to accept you into our monastery as a novice.
Essentially, you're a handmaid, or I guess a maid, for the magicians in charge. But there's a chance you'll become an actual magician.
I want to become a novice.
You did not bring the required offering with you.
Well,
Tell me about life in the monastery.
We live in the monastery in order to serve Innos. The magicians watch over us.
alright, that's more or less the same thing we already heard. So yeah, I will actually want to become a magician, for which we'll need 1k money, which we're close to, and we have a few bags of money here, which is, what, 175? We're almost there, but there's also a few really easy ways to make money right now, which I'm gonna explore soon. But we also need to buy a sheep, which is like 100 extra gold, I think. Still, meet you back at that tavern in that direction. Alright, we're back here, where we, well, went to the monastery instead of going to the tavern. If we keep continuing, there's, well, the tavern right here. What's it called? The Dead Harpy.
That was no big
First,
deal.
let's just steal all the stuff on the counter here. Thank you. We can talk to Orlan.
And that's the truth.
Who are you?
I'm Orlan, the keeper of this here modest tavern. What are you looking for, stranger? Maybe a decent sword or a good piece of armor? A good swig from the country stills or just some information? I can give you all that and more if your coins ring.
Well,
What kind of armor can you offer me?
I have here a very nice piece that is sure to please you.
no, we have that one already.
I'll think about it.
As you like, but don't wait too long.
So this is an alternative location to get leather armor.
How much do you charge for a room?
Give me 50 gold coins for a week, and you can choose a room.
You tell me.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, here's the dough.
Here's the key. The rooms are upstairs, but don't get everything dirty, and pay your rent on time. Understand?
How's it going with your tavern?
Times have been better, you know? People's purses aren't as open as they used to be.
No one really wants to.
And his
Show me
wares?
your wares.
If you can pay.
He has some okay weapons. I mainly want to buy his arrows because, again, those are still kind of good at this point. There's a few other things here. I took the room here because there's no good place to sleep anywhere near. And the room is free HP recovery. Now, there is a dude here I want to talk to.
Is the beer any good here?
It's not exactly the best, but in these bleak times, you can't be choosy.
Been there, done that.
What are you doing here?
Up until a few weeks ago, I was slaving away on the landowner's fields. One day, it just got too much for me, and I took myself out of there straight away. Now I'm my own boss. Everything I own is in this chest here. That's all I need, too. Interested in a little contest?
One moment.
You don't have to tell me that.
That guy playing was too loud.
What kind of a contest would that be?
I call it bottoms
No,
up.
that isn't true.
The rules are quite simple. We take turns ordering a tankard of the best beer the old geezer has to offer. Every tankard has to be drunk dry so that it doesn't even leave a ring if you set it on the table upside down. The last man standing wins. The loser pays the tab and a steak. Well, how about it?
Maybe some other time, when I'm not in a hurry. Could I bet on someone else, though?
Certainly. If you finally manage to find someone with the guts to go up against me, then I'll bet with you. Everybody pays the same amount into a pot. The winner gets everything. The size of the steak depends on your purse. Bring me someone who dares to go up against me and you've got a bet.
Well, that's an option for later.
That was no big deal.
And now, well, first, let's steal all this bread, wine, and stuff here. Honestly, if you just sold everything that's already on the tables here, including the golden candlestick, especially the golden candlestick, this place just, the rest here for a week pays for itself. Easily. And in addition to that, if we go all the way up here, there is a room at the end here,
That was no big deal.
which has some extra stuff, including wolf skins, a few bottles of water, and I think there's another skin over here. Another wolf skin, which if you're with this skin guy, is an extra about 20 to 30 gold. Now there's two rooms we can choose from here. Are both of these chests open? No, this is locked. Let me check this. Left, left, double left. For a single gold coin? No, I'm not breaking, what's it called? A picklock for a single golden coin. You can go away there, game. And there's a second room here. Which is the room you're, I think, supposed to go in, because there's an empty chest here. Oh, not so empty chest here. This one doesn't have a lock and has better stuff. Weird. Extra free stuff here, again, awesome. And lastly, another lock chest. Right, right, left, right, right, left, right.
No one really wants to hear that.
Right, right, left, left. Alright, good enough to actually take. But I'm not losing 2 lockpicks to this chest, because those are more valuable than this. So let's just... right, right, left, left. Gotta love saves coming. And then, to recover HP, let's sleep. The important thing is you can always sleep to morning, midday, evening, midnight. So if I now sleep till morning, 1 day of our 7 days we're allowed in this inn is gone. But if we go fight outside and are low HP, we can return here, sleep to midday, and we're still fine. Still same day. And so on and so on. But I think I'm gonna call it here. Next time, we're gonna explore the area around the inn and make our way towards Onar's Inn. Onar's Inn? Onar's Farm, which is the landowner who owns all of these mercenaries. So, see you all then.